to live and die in Chicago.
You wanna fuck with a nigga from the Chi-Town?
But I ran through them projects like they was my shit. Yeah, yeah. 606 guy. 606.
Pull up on your ass and pop the trunk. Nello pop up out that bitch with that pump.
Give it to all types of people. They give it to guys like, the
people they pay. Yeah. The people they pay. Yeah,
true.
Wait. Hold on.
Risket has a confession video that he put out just today about how he's getting paid by Xbox, and now that he's coming out and speaking about it, he has to go into witness protection.
Microsoft has always talk good about this shit. Always. Did the Xbox did Microsoft get in trouble and get sued for paying YouTube to talk good about Xbox One? Yes or no?
12.
Wait. Can I ask you a question, Thrash? Did you know that Congress is investigating Sony for their business practices in Japan?
So
did you know about that?
Yeah. So
what do you mean so? Wait. So your point is more important than my point. When mine is a legal one and yours is make believe. Mine is because you don't have any evidence of what you're saying at all. You just speculate this. But this right here, this whole case with Congress, this is actually tangible.
Okay. What's the case?
Oh wow, you really don't know.
I don't.
Okay, all right. So look, Congress is investigating them because after all the stuff that's going on inside this case right here with the ABK thing, it came out that Sony has not only been, you know how the narrative you guys always say like studios be skipping Xbox. No, just hear me out. Just hear me out. I'm trying to school you. Just give me a second. But you know how the narrative goes that studios skip Xbox? Well, that's a lie. The case has been, and it's documented that PlayStation has been paying studios to not put the games on Xbox. Not only that, but they also pay them not to put games on Game Pass. That, my friend, is illegal, and that's why they're under investigation for it. Not only that, but they're also in Europe being investigated for the same thing. Yeah, go ahead, Silky. Go ahead, Silky. What's going on, big boy?
So it's the investigation is based on their market.
Isn't that what an exclusive is?
No, because they're using their market power. So it's
you have a stupid argument. I mean, that's not even a real case then, because
how's that a stupid argument when you just all of a sudden bring a dealer out of nowhere for nothing just to change the conversation?
Who? I didn't think we're talking about people getting paid.
All right, Silky. Hey, man. Good seeing you, man.
Thrash, you have a great day as well, man.
Hey, Silky, man. Hey, Silky, you look like a Fuji rap beside your profile picture. Just want to let you know. Okay. Keep working on that. You looking good, though, bro. All right, man.
Before I go, I just want to say, if you guys think this is bad, wait till this Activision deal closes. Like,
what's going to change?
True.
So while you're here, just keep them in thoughts and prayers in the back of your head. The Sony fans are really going through.
Yeah, but why? All
right, guys. You guys have a good one.
Hey, bro, you too.
This Game Pass argument, this Game Pass argument is just so dumb.
I swear to God, I'm dealing with this.
This Game Pass argument is just so dumb because literally, like, Game Pass actually somewhat, at least the concept of it, existed for the PlayStation 2 back in like 2003, 2002, I think. Because if you remember, the PlayStation 2 had a disc called PS2 HD Loader. You can go rent a game, install it, and then play it, and then return it, and then play it. You didn't need the disc.
Hey, mute yourself.
Hey, Supreme, mute your mic, man.
I think it's Bushido. One of y'all niggas. I forgot who.
No, it's not me. It's Supreme. It's Supreme.
Oh, yeah, mute your shit, nigga. Over here simping to his girl. I don't know why you cheating on me. You fucking weird ass nigga. Look. It was before. To be honest, nigga, it was Sega Genesis who had the first one.
So, okay, I was a toddler.
That child molesting ass nigga always running his mouth. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, it was you over there simping. Please, baby, don't leave me. It was only a man ass nigga. Like, I mean, it's on you, dude.
You a chomo. You probably a content creator, got a sex charge, and can't get followers on the internet. You bitch ass nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, your shit is fake. We just heard you simping to your girl just now, my nigga. We just trying to help you out, dog.
You ain't helping me out, bitch. My girl ain't even in no car with me, nigga. I'm parking the
you was
tractor
on
and
the phone
trailer.
with her.
Shut your fag boy ass. If you heard niggas outside, nigga, shut the fuck.
Look, you nigga mad because we heard him. Nigga, mute your shit. Don't get mad at me.
So before this,
But do you guys remember the PlayStation 2 HD loader?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
That's pretty much Game Pass of that era. You go,
Yeah, that's cool.
you play,
That's cool.
you play
I
that.
know Game Pass wasn't the first Game Pass. I mean, Sony had another one with in the PS3 era for online only, for PlayStation Online, whatever it's called. They had one.
I didn't have a PS3, so I wouldn't know about that.
Well, it was for PC. It was in the PS3 era though. And they had the same exact thing. So did Zoom. Zoom had Zoom Pass before they shut that shit down.
Yo, you playing VR?
No, not me. I'm gonna get it though.
Who up here is on that Diablo right now?
Playing VR. They don't even know what it is like.
I'm at work
Microsoft,
at the
I
moment.
play VR. I got the VR.
How is it? You like it?
It's amazing. VR. Like, what do you mean? It's VR.
Yeah. No, well, the Xbox dudes, they don't know. So you gotta like help them out. You know what I'm saying? Like they need help on what actual next generation.
Okay, it's like what's your favorite game to play?
You play way too much.
What's your favorite game to play?
I can't help it, y'all niggas that got VR. Better go talk to Phil, nigga.
On that Diablo, because they just dropped a new season.
Your favorite game is Diablo. Okay.
I'm not.
So imagine walking around in Diablo, and then
walking around in Pornhub,
and then pressing a button and throwing your spells, and then seeing things summon and climb higher than what you could look up. Think of that. That's VR.
You need to change your name from Real Talk Perez to Bullshit Artist, bro.
What's bullshit about that?
Hey, what does Xbox got that PlayStation don't as far as gaming experiences?
Streaming off of a cloud.
Sony already got one. Sony had that back in 2014.
Well, PlayStation did have it, but they got rid of it. It was called PlayStation Communities. That way you didn't have to go to a third-party site to actually invite other people for LFGs.
Okay.
The best
Xbox has Xbox Club, so if I want to start up a Destiny 2 raid, I can just go there, and I don't have to go anyplace else.
Okay, so that's a good experience for you guys. You know, you guys get to have clubs with each other and not play the games that they don't give you. But still, you can talk about it. And I think that's a good thing. It's all about the community, not about.
It's not a gaming experience. It's just an app you're talking about.
I'm just teasing. I'm wondering because I don't really use my Xbox, and I'm always wondered why in the fuck do y'all like it? I don't. The controllers.
But you, King Thrash, you thought that was actually a stupid idea that PlayStation got rid of communities because now people that play these multiplayer games, they can't communicate with those guys anymore. At least on the site itself.
No, what?
Oh no, they have to go to third-party sites.
You can go into rooms. You can build rooms that have 16 people in there talking at the same time, or have hundreds of people typing at the same time. You can build rooms. It's just not like named clubs.
Yeah, but you're socially inept, so you all don't speak to each other. We know that.
We all know that all you Xbox dudes got low-key racism just hinged in your bodies just a little bit since the 360 days. I don't care. Go play Call of Duty on the 360 and be a black.
I don't know, man. You don't want to keep saying the N-word all the time.
That's weird.
No. Everybody got. I have it on PlayStation as well, bro. All you gotta do is try this, bro. Go into a Call of Duty game.
Wait a minute.
Go into a Call of Duty game, go public, and then be like, just say something bad about Trump. Oh, you'll hear it all day. Then you have a great conversation. Let me just go all the way up.
You're not wrong there.
There ain't no such thing. There ain't no such thing as a safe space in gaming, and there shouldn't be a safe space in gaming. Gaming is about competition, about whooping each other's ass, not being nice and hugging and I love you, man.
That's why I asked about the Diablo joint, because I tried to see who saw the information about the new season coming.
I don't know shit about it. I don't know. What are y'all going to that? I'm playing the better RPG game.
Xbox gets to Activision, are you going to say now we're fucking all Trumpers?
Hey, Thrash, is that why you're still in this space? Because it's not a safe space and you're used to getting your ass whooped?
What is this nigga talking about? Who is this nigga? It's another one? What is it gonna start ass whip, nigga? What they get my ass whipped there, nigga?
I can't. My Twitter broke.
Hey man,
Nigga,
slow it down, dude.
nigga, run that street fighter right now. Nigga, run it. Let's go. Yeah, nigga. Say something else. Nigga, stay in your place. Nigga, fuck. Nigga, I pick
I could
blocked
say
up your
heaps of shit, you
Say
dumbass.
something
You
else,
did, you
nigga.
did an investigation of
Right,
me
and
while I
I'm
was
in room
sitting
3.
at
Say something
an
else.
investigation on the table that I was sitting at, and you were talking about someone's fucking plates and taking
I'm
a
in
photo.
U.S.
What are you
servers.
fucking
I'm in
Inspector
U.S.
Gadget, you
servers
moron?
room 303. Let's run it. Other than that, change the subject. Yeah,
Inspector,
change the
fuck
subject. Change the subject, there. Nigga, you ain't about gaming. Shut your dog ass up. I'll run it right now. What else we got?
I do worry about Starfield. I because I've been playing. I've been just like what Supreme said about Skyrim. Yeah, there's still people playing Skyrim, but it's mostly just the mods and then trying to like fix what Bethesda
Right.
breaks every single freaking update. I
Yeah.
swear.
I mean, I heard you can only romance 4 people, and you can only and those 4 people are all in that same little clan, that one clan.
So
What in
speaking of
Skyrim or Starfield?
Speaking of Starfield, bro, going back to VR, I've just started playing no what is this called? No Sky Limit, No Limit Sky or some shit.
No Man's
No
Sky.
Man's Sky. No Man's Sky. I just started playing No Man's Sky. I've never played it before, but I started playing it because it's on VR. The shit. Listen, when you talk about VR, I played the game and I'm like, if it wasn't VR, I probably wouldn't be that interested. I would have put it down because it's, you're mining and you're building shit or whatever and whatever. But to do it in VR, to see the animals in VR, to fucking literally fly your plane off of the planet into the atmosphere,
Can you
or
touch
from
the
the
plant?
atmosphere
You touch the animals?
into the planet. Yeah, you can touch the animals.
So when you touch them, what do they feel
Touch
like?
the animals. What?
They feel like
It
a
doesn't.
fucking controller in your hand. That's what they
You can pet them and stuff. But the shit is
One of
like,
the main differences of Starfield and No Man's Sky. You won't in like No Man's Sky. You won't be able to travel from like there's no seamless traveling within
No
Starfield
Man's Sky
where
is
you can go
way
from
bigger
the
than
planet to
Starfield, bro.
the solar system or like into
right.
space.
Wait,
It's
how
a
could you say?
cutscene.
Wait a second. How can you say it's way
Which who gives
bigger
a fuck?
when
Way
the other
bigger.
game isn't even out yet?
Because they already announced how big it is.
And
It's insanely
so
big.
you
They
play
already
and
got
you've been through
1,000.
every planet.
You got 1,000 planets on Starfield and like 18 like trillion planets on No Man's Sky.
I
And
thought that was
Sky,
like hyperbole. I thought that
Yeah,
was
and
just like
most of
a
those
thousand
planets
planets.
regenerate
it's
the
bigger.
same type of
Does it
environment,
even
though.
have a?
You say what?
Those
Does No Man's Sky
on
even
Star.
have a narrative? Does the guy talk?
Hmm?
The main character?
Do they have dialogue in that?
I don't know. That I don't think so. I think you do, but I
No,
think
you
it's
don't have
like
dialogue in it. No, I
yeah.
played
Oh, I
it. I
don't.
loved
I
it
don't.
too.
Then. No, I don't. Okay, so that's a point for Starfield. Then they got dialogue, right?
Yeah, 300,000 lines of it.
Is it okay for Starfield to be 30 frames per second for you Xbox dudes?
Yeah.
No.
On a next
No.
generation
For
console,
me,
you can
I
get
had
for me,
now. Wait.
I know you've seen
One
the
quick second. I can answer that one. I can answer that one.
It's
For me,
0
Actually,
frames per second on the PS5, buddy.
I actually had to ask a couple developers why.
Starfield
I had
for
to
me,
actually had to ask a couple developers why.
listen, I get it,
But go ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
if you really do care about that of the frames per second, I have a hard time discerning it. But I know people really care about that stuff, and I know it's a more of a personal thing. But it's real. Like some people I can't even play it. But listen, if you really can't, you get a PC.
I mean, what we should do you have an Xbox Series S or an X?
X, and I have it both.
Did you buy an X for 30 frames per second games?
I bought an X for just the games. I don't really identify.
You got a bunch of games on PlayStation that still
You
run at 30.
might as well have got an S.
I grew up and I had stuttering in games, and I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you buy
look,
a-
I'm
did you
not
buy
really
a
a frames per
PlayStation
second
for
guy either, but
720p?
when it
Did
comes
you
to
buy a
first person
PlayStation
shooters,
for
I feel it's a
720p? Did
necessity.
you
I let
buy
the
a
developers
PlayStation
do
for
what they do.
720p?
Well, I let the developers do what they do, and I play their game at the end of the day. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trying. I'm not. At the end of the day, both the consoles are fine as far as that.
All right, okay, then how about this? Will Xbox ever put out a next generation only game for Xbox that will surpass the cross generation horizon?
Yes, 100%.
Who's going to put that game out?
Easy. And I know already, and I've already heard the murmurings that I can't even talk about because
Because they paid you not to talk about it. I know. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
they paid me. Yes. Gear 6 is gonna set the it'll be 60 frames per second, but Gear 6 is gonna be the showcase.
So Gear 6 is going to look better.
Best looking game on Xbox. Easy.
Gears 4 was 60 FPS on the One X.
Hellblade 2 is going to give it a run for its money, but they're different. One's fast, one's slower paced, one's
charcoal color.
I played Hellblade. I was.
But I'm saying,
I mean, it's a good story, but at the same time, as for like gameplay, it could have been better. I just hope that Hellblade 2 would actually update.
It was an indie game.
They've done all motion action for fighting.
Oh, how about?
It's gonna be,
this
it's gonna
question?
be either
Xbox
Fable.
fans?
It's gonna be the best looking games, in my opinion, in the next 5 years. Let's say are gonna be
For
Fable,
Xbox.
For Xbox,
It's gonna be probably.
It's gonna be pick and choose. Fable, Gear 6, and what was the game we were just talking about? Not Starfield.
Starfield.
Hellblade.
No,
Well, let me ask you this then: what's going to be Xbox's first AAA 60 frames per second game? We're 3 years in now. Other than Forza, because that's a racing game. But like you know what I mean? Like a game that's really pushing.
Is there a game that's coming out this
No,
year
I
for
said
Xbox?
next gen. Next gen only. Next gen only. Like next gen.
I think Hellblade will probably be 30.
I don't know. I think it was 30 at the show, bro. And that was an Xbox Series X version they showed.
What the Hellblade's probably going to be 30 start, and then they'll probably get a performance.
Oh, like a performance mode.
Maybe the game is good. The game though is just.
What do y'all think the problem is? How about that? Like, what do y'all?
It's not a problem.
You think the
we should be seeing better than this from Xbox? I know y'all can agree with that.
You think Hellblade 2, if it was being ported and being the same way, let's just say Xbox never bought them. I think it would be 60 on PlayStation, 30.
I don't know. That I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know. It might not have been.
I would take a performance mode. I would take any type of performance mode, even if it was just like Final Fantasy 16. I beat Final Fantasy 16 on performance mode. It did not. It was. It could have been better. Don't get me wrong, but I would prefer. I would love that 60 FPS, that performance mode of Final Fantasy 16 in Starfield and every other Xbox game that released at 30.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering. Like,
Starfield's a bigger game, though.
Do y'all think the Series S is holding y'all console back?
No, listen. Let me tell you what it is.
No.
Let me take Thrash. Let me tell you what it is.
Same CPU and GPU. It's basically same architecture. All it is they roll out the resolution. It's it depends. I don't think it's affecting anything. When Hellblade 2 comes out, you're gonna be in awe. But like I said, the real game that's gonna, in my opinion, like send down shock the world. From what I heard, is Gear 6, and that will be 60 frames per second.
That'll be 60 frames, and that's going to change the world. But for right now, Xbox has struggled even with third-party games. How do you feel about the third-party games running better on PlayStation? Not all the time. Don't get me wrong, but most of the time. What's the problem?
I think I was wrong going into it. I thought there would be much bigger difference than there. It seems like
there should have been. I mean, it was 12 teraflops of power.
But I think that you look at the architectures. Cherney went with the fast compute units, and that seemed to really process the graphics.
Not to mention that it has to, since all Xboxes, from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X, they all share the same operating system. So if it works on the Series X, it has to work for everything else.
Right.
Right. I mean, we have the thing with Baldur's Gate, or what's that game that's coming out right now?
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate.
What, like they're saying that the Series S was giving them problems.
Yeah, they have the ATG.
And then with Halo, I believe Halo's co-op.
It's just with split screen. It's just with split screen co-op.
The tethering.
Right. So that means that Series S is holding the back.
Give me a game that even on PlayStation that comes close to doing what technology wise Halo's doing. Like, I mean, you can talk about graphics, but like, Halo's a massive multiplayer, huge map, co-op. I mean, listen, they do different things. The bottom line is, I'm going to shut down the space in a little bit. the bottom line is that they're both good in the actuality.
Okay.
I don't think what we talked about today. I don't think I think the PI is going to get denied. But you know, I think both PlayStation and Sony are going to be good. They're just, you know, a lot of this stuff is just we're just passionate gamers and we want it
Okay.
now. You know.
Well, I got one more question for you before you go there. One more.
Yeah.
Do you think Starfield or whatever game you think for this year is going to win Game of the Year this year?
I think Starfield has a shot, a fighter's shot.
What's in its way?
Final Fantasy 16, I think, is going to be up there. I think if Final Fantasy 16 came out later in the year, it would have been even more looked at. But it's going to be looked at. Zelda, which, I mean, listen, I think Nintendo gets a little bit of a, you know, I don't think that they're like Ghost of Tsushima on Nintendo would have been 99 and it's fucking 83 on PlayStation. So I do think that there is different grading systems for Nintendo and Sony and X. Like in that case, Nintendo definitely gets the benefit of the doubt. But obviously, that Nintendo game Zelda is going to be probably the front runner. And then what else do we have?
You got Forza that gonna come out, but we don't know how that's
it's a very good one that deserves it. Is
Who?
Hogwarts. Hogwarts deserves to be in there.
So Forspoken deserves it.
No, that's not making it.
Fantastic game. I think.
But it's not making it.
It won't. But I think it's unfair how they treated that game. Talking about
some parts of
cringe dialogue, but everybody.
Yeah, but there was parts of Redfall shit that was unfair too.
Well, no, Starfield was fucked up. Like 100%.
Was fucked up, but I'm seeing like, bro, it's just it went on and on and on. And part of that was because, and I admit, Xbox fanboys went after Forspoken. So that now you had all these Forspoken dudes mad at Xbox and like, hey, we're gonna shove this right in your face. Obviously, that happened. But
I think
honestly,
Xbox fans don't know how to use their bullets, bro. You guys don't know how to fight, man.
I don't feel like it's a 55 game. I think maybe a 70. But it's
I don't know. If they want $70 for that game and it's 30 frames per second and it runs the way it runs, you got vampires that get stuck behind benches, bro.
Yeah,
like it flies over to you, but it gets stuck behind a bench. Like, I mean, it's horrible programming, bro. They didn't even think about it, but they didn't clearly they didn't want to.
They should have not released it in that state.
I can do the same thing in Horizon Forbidden West. I can take like one of the raptors and have him be caught behind a tree and just keep shooting him.
But it wasn't 30 frames per second. Look way beautiful. You can
that is true.
And you can fly. I mean, you can do just so much. Comparing Horizon is just unfair for Redfall. Like straight up, that's just unfair. You should have went
different Horizons.
I'm only comparing the AI.
Gorilla Games.
Oh yeah, the AI.
Gorilla Games is making $200 million games for PlayStation. They're one of
and that engine, I love the Decima engine. It just makes everything just pop. I love the graphics in it, and I want to play with the engine.
But what we saying, Starfield? I think Starfield's going to be in there. Yeah.
I think so. I think they're gonna give it. I think they're gonna give it the nod to get nominated, but I don't think it'll win.
If it's 96 area,
if it's good.
If it's 94 area Metacritic,
you think it's gonna be in the 90s? You think Starfield gonna be in the 90s?
I don't know, man. I think I have it pegged at 90.
I have it at
just
84.
I could see 80. I could see 88.
If it's even decent.
Ooh, wait. How about here? I'll add another question there. Do you think it'll have mod support day one?
I don't know.
Or do you think that'll come in a year?
I'll say this. I would say I'm gonna say it needs mod support day one.
Oh yes, you're right. It will need mod support.
I would say that. I would say that.
But that's the thing. The mod support in that game is going to be pretty fucking.
Yeah, but it's unfair for Xbox guys because PC guys are going to be the ones
they can allow mods on. Remember?
They have mods for Skyrim and Fallout 4. Skyrim and Fallout 4 on starting off on the Xbox One or Xbox One X, but they only allowed up to 2 gigabytes worth of.
I was going to say there's a limit to it or some shit, right?
There shouldn't be a limit, at least with the new gen consoles.
I wonder. What do you think that? What kind of mods would you want to see with this game?
For Starfield, I don't know if they could do that. I don't know. That's a good question.
It depends on how janky it is, though. Like it depends on how bad the
game
comes
Who
out.
gives a fuck about? Let's not being critical. Like, what would you want to see as mods?
I could.
Okay, I'll tell you exactly what I want to see. I want to see vehicles, like land vehicles, rovers, kind of like Mass Effect on these other planets.
Yeah,
it's dumb as fuck.
That is one of the things people wanted that they're not getting. If
you
could
so
sit
dumb.
there and drive on that'd be sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I hope that when they said that there's no driving vehicles, I'm like, oh no, is it just going to be like when we land on a planet? Is it just going to be like maps, or can we actually explore the entire planet?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because I don't know.
You can walk to the moon, and you can walk to the moon. It says.
Can you walk? Can you start in one place of the map and then walk all the way around the world and find yourself back?
I don't know. They said that.
I don't know for sure, but I did look into it. What I did find out is that there is no seamless transitioning like there is in No Man's Sky.
There's loading.
There is. It is when you take off the planet and then you go into space. It's a transition. It's a cutscene.
Right.
Basically, it's a load screen is what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, it's a loading screen. I get that.
Yeah.
Now I do not know if you can take off on your ship and actually fly around the planet like not in orbit, but like in the atmosphere. I do not know if you can do that.
I see what you're saying. Like when you're getting close to it, I think you gotta.
Yeah, when you're getting close to it,
you gotta go to your map and click on it, bro, to go there.
Well, one thing I thought was cool is like you can put an attribute that like you speak a different language, and like you come up on a ship, and because you have that attribute, they don't fuck with you, like they let you go.
Yeah, it's deep as fuck. It's a deep
there are
ass
other
game.
things like if you have a certain type of allegiance to something, they might start a fight with you. And the one other thing that's cool is you could steal people's freaking train. You could jack their spaceships.
That's cool too.
I don't want to making those spaceships.
Yeah, I got a question. For Thrash. I just wanted to ask.
Who is this? What's your name first, nigga?
My name's Risky.
Is this Risky?
Yeah. What
fuck! This fucking guy. What do you want? Nah, it's like, what's up, bro? What's up? Just messing with you, Risky. Man. You know how to
do you really think that that Starfield would run at 60 frames per second on a PlayStation?
I never said that. I don't know. I don't think so.
I think it can. I think it can if it was tweet the bit. Source
just
file wise.
Just going by Bethesda's history, I think it's the engine that's the problem and not the actual console itself.
So here's another question, man, for you. This is I find interesting. I think you're a bit of an enigma, right? Because I know you don't believe half the shit you spout on your channel. So
that's not true. I believe everything, and damn near everything I say come true.
So you seriously believe after that investigation of the plates that Xbox creators are paid? You believe that shit?
Did you watch the video? Are you asking me about a question about a video you didn't watch?
I watched the video.
I can tell you didn't watch it because you wouldn't be asking this question. I explained what I meant.
Well, I watched the video.
Yeah, re-explain.
I was there.
Yeah,
I was
you didn't watch
that table. Some of those guys, you turn around and said, "I don't know who the fuck these guys are." I was one.
I didn't get fucking paid.
You was one of them. Okay.
Give me some money.
Now, do you have a YouTube channel?
Do I have a what?
A YouTube channel.
Yeah, mate.
You do, right? Was anybody there didn't have a YouTube channel, or wasn't on a YouTube channel, or part of a podcast?
Yes. Yeah.
Who?
Ben, the guy who you said worked for Xbox. Ben at the time did not have a YouTube channel. He's just started.
He has one now. He has one now.
Yeah, after the Fan Fest, we sort of encouraged him to start YouTubing. But I mean, Greenberg paid him a bag, and he started a YouTube channel. My bad.
No. Let's not get sarcastic. Let's not get sarcastic. It's not necessary, right?
All right. Yeah.
So he has a YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
Who taught him into getting a YouTube channel?
We all did.
What type of channel is it? Is it an Xbox channel?
He does fan art.
Go talk about Ben now.
Is it an Xbox channel?
Coming up.
Is it fan art? Xbox fan art?
Yeah,
It is an
Ben's
Xbox.
awesome,
It is an
man.
Xbox channel. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody there basically is Xbox guys, right? Xbox content creators, and you other content creators talked him into being a content creator because he was at the table, right? Did you guys all walk in the restaurant at the same time, like, hey, oh shit, oh look at all these, let's get a table, guys. Like, how did that come to part?
Are you wondering how that actually happened?
You need to go to Fan Fest, I think.
Well, I'm just asking.
Your investigation
so all of us can know, so there's no
because
confusion. Like, how did that come
I
about?
can answer this question. I know a Risk It. I actually heard Risk It was a big hit. But how does that fucking come to anybody getting paid?
No. I'm asking. I'm showing you.
I'm telling you
how did y'all meet up
with Xbox in the community?
How did y'all meet up?
At Xbox Fan Fest. That's where he's going to tell you.
Right. I'm saying, but it was the Fan Fest like at that luncheon or wherever y'all was at?
No, Aaron talked to people because he's friends with a lot of people.
Oh, so Aaron chose who he wanted to come. The
marketing. So what happened is I'll tell you what happened. So me and Hagi met up for breakfast. Colt cruised down and he saw it. So he came and jumped in. Cog was in the same hotel as me. Weirdly, right now, I got staying in the same hotel. Well, Xbox paid us to stay in the same hotel. No, but anyway, so me and Cog.
You can leave the sarcasm out, big dog. Just tell us what it is.
Come on.
So he came.
If you really believe this, bro. You
No.
You have to listen. I'm gonna invite you next time Xbox Fan Fest. If you saw what went on synergistically, because I know what Rich is gonna say. I already know because I've been there.
Wait. So let us know. That's what I'm trying to understand.
But for 7 years, 8 years, it's a community, bro. Like it's just like hanging out, like with you and your buddies that you talk
Aaron
about.
Greenberg is part of that community, right?
Yeah, 100%. He's friends. Yeah.
He is.
Okay, he is. He's part of that gaming community, right?
Connecting the dots. Connecting the dots.
He's part of that gaming community. Right?
Here we go.
In those pictures that he posted, did he post those on his personal channel?
So Aaron was cruising past, and Colt was like, "Hey, Aaron."
So you're saying Aaron
came over.
This is what I get. This week.
Did Aaron post those pictures on his personal account, or did he post those on his business account?
He doesn't have a person. That's his personal account.
Whatever the fuck you want to say it is.
No, it's not his personal account because it's
what are you trying to bark up what tree?
No. How about this?
Wrong about?
Everybody that was there, you guys took a picture and he posted it, right?
Yeah.
On his business account. Everybody there.
On his Twitter. On his
Twitter. And same thing with the Iron Lords. Same thing with the Iron Lords buying their shirt, showing it on his business account on Twitter, where other people frequent.
But what are you saying? How's that paying somebody?
It's paying you in information. It's paying you in observation. He's basically giving y'all a face like, hey, these guys have Xbox channels. Go watch them.
Isn't that a felony? Wouldn't that have been shown at the FTC?
There's no money being exchanged.
But you don't understand. Listen,
y'all want me to tell you?
You can't conceptualize it without it being nefarious. I've been there, bro.
I know.
It's all synergetic. It's all friends. This is if I was there. I'll tell you exactly.
Are you on?
Am I getting paid? Am I getting paid if I go there? Because
there's no cash. In my video, I said there's no cash exchange. They're paying you guys in views and subscriptions and games.
You using us for content?
No. They're paying you guys. They're giving like I asked you earlier. They send them Xbox.
What's the exchange? What are they doing?
They are giving you inside information or making you look like an insider, so people out here, right, the regulars, will trust what you guys are doing.
You mean like a media influencer, right? Like a regular media influencer?
No, you guys are influencers that not even.
How is Ben Xbox insiding right now?
His picture is on there with Xbox art. He's up there with Xbox stats, right? So his picture's on the Xbox stats business account. Okay? So when you see that, when people see that, they be like, who's this guy? Let me go look him up.
There's nothing.
Who's this guy? Let me
He's
go
a
look him up.
graphic designer, dude.
Listen, I'm just telling you what it is, bro. It's beneficial
But you're
for
acting
you.
like there's something getting
Listen,
paid.
listen. It's
No,
funny.
I'm
It's
telling
funny
you.
because everybody else
Let
was
me put
there.
it this way.
But
I've
you
been
tell
in
them how it
business a
is. How does
long
that work?
time,
How are you
bro.
telling the
It
people
is
was there?
beneficial for you.
Weren't
It's beneficial
felt
for you to
obligated to
be
do
sitting in the
anything.
seat with them.
Can you
Okay, how
listen
many?
to what I'm saying? They
Go
were
ahead.
not obligated to do anything that they
You
could have
weren't.
said
You
Xbox
weren't.
sucks.
Of course not. But if you want
So
to
then
grow your
how is he being
channel,
paid?
but if you want, you because you're getting that like
What
you guys
a
are
tweet?
insiders. You gain more
Come
subscriptions.
on, now you're
You
looking
gain more.
into.
No, it's just a
You guys
fact,
are like
bro.
look. You sound like Grums now. Like
No,
there's
you don't
no
even let me finish
fucking.
because you know it's true.
There's no
You
plot
know it's
here,
true.
bro.
You
There's
know it's
no.
true. Only
There's no.
Xbox
Dude,
fans, with
I
channels
100%
and
know it's not
motherfucking
true. I know
like
how it is
Twitters
because
and
I've been to Xbox Fan Fest.
okay.
I know how people are
The
cool.
Aaron
They act like
Greenberg only
people.
the Aaron Greenberg
Yeah,
only talks to y'all.
I have Aaron Green. I have Aaron.
Thrash, hang on now. I got to meet. I met
Did
Skillet.
Aaron
Man,
Greenberg
he
just talk to
ain't
y'all?
paying me. He ain't pushing me up. I got to meet
I
Skillet. I
never
got to
said,
meet the
nigga, like I
developers.
said,
I got to
like I
meet the
said,
developers
you
from
want to try to
CD
put your
Project
own
Red.
agenda on it,
I got to
you
meet.
go
I
ahead.
got to meet Phil Spencer. I got to meet fucking.
Good
But they're
job.
not out
Hey,
here. Shit, they're not out here
good
pumping me up, dude.
fucking
Everything I do is
job.
off
All
my own back.
I'm telling
Like
you
you're
is,
acting like we get paid by these guys to say
what,
some shit that ain't
I just
fucking
said
true, man.
you
What we
get
out here
paid by
doing
notoriety.
what we're out
They
here
pretend
doing
that
is
you're on the inside of
recognizing how
them.
well the
They're
brand is
posting your
doing
face on their
and then
business
just
account
telling
and you
people to
Come
doing
fuck
it
it
for
up.
on.
That's
free.
what we do.
You
That's all we
can't.
do,
They're
man.
That's
doing it
just
for free. But they're
you're
not your
blaming
friends.
social media for being social
Think they're your
media, bro.
friends?
You're
Do you think
blaming social media
do
for
y'all
being
really
social
think
media.
Aaron Greenberg is your friend? That Phil Spencer is your friend?
I
They're your friend?
I consider Aaron a friend. I'm going to tell you right now. When
Okay,
he came out to New
do you
York,
have his personal
yes,
Facebook
I
account?
have his personal phone number. Yes.
No. Facebook account.
He just said
Yes, on
phone
the
number. Isn't
Facebook.
that better than Facebook? That doesn't
Yes,
make sense.
when I come
He's
to when I
he's
come to
posting
LA.
you on his
Yes,
Facebook,
when I
like
come
with
to
your arm
LA.
around you and shit, on his
Yes,
personal.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Facebook. Swear to God.
he
Phone
got you on
number.
Facebook, and he's posting you and say, "This is my friend, Big X Cloud, Tim Dog."
He's not saying that, but we're talking. And I'm friends with him.
I mean, you can talk to anybody and
Yeah,
not be
but
friends. They
I'm
want
actually
you. This
friends with
guy's a
him.
marketing
When I go
manager,
out to
bro.
LA, just like I probably would call to you to meet up with you to go
Yeah, hit me up.
You know what? I would, but I
Yeah.
still gonna do it, Aaron, too. There's no
Yeah.
difference there. You're not
Yeah,
paying me.
no, but the difference
Neither is
is
he.
I'm not a marketing manager for fucking
But
Microsoft.
so I can't be his friend because he's marketing
No,
manager?
I'm not
That's
saying you
off
can't
limits.
be. I'm just saying that you're not really is. He's really doing it to
No,
market
you
his
can't say
content.
that. You can't speak for my relationship.
Well,
I
facts.
went
You
to
know what? You're
Giant.
right. You're right. I ain't gonna take that from you.
I've known these
If
guys
y'all
for 10
friends,
years.
y'all friends.
But no, like this came up with broken gamer.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, dude, I've been talking to these dudes for 10 years. When they do come into New York,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's so many people that do hit me up because
Mm-hmm.
feels like, oh, do you want to do you want there's certain things that there's influencer dinners that I went to.
So
That,
influencer.
well, there was they
That's a business.
of course, but they're not talking to only Xbox. They're not paying anybody. They're not paying Maddie Plays.
They should be. It's what I'm saying.
They're not. They had some
You
guys
guys
from
are helping push their
CNBC.
product, man.
Well,
You
no,
should be
But
getting
that's because we
paid.
are
paying
passionate
you,
about the
bro.
process. We like it.
And you should get
Yeah,
paid
no,
more than
and you
us.
like
But
it.
they're
You
not
like
telling
it.
me. Listen,
But you
they're not
like it
like.
no
Listen,
matter what
I
because
can
they're
talk
your friends,
freely.
right?
Listen, I can talk freely. Here you go. I can talk
Mhm.
freely about Microsoft. Say whatever the fuck I want. I
Right.
can talk freely about my company I work for. You know
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
cannot talk about them.
I've heard even Randall
Do
Thor
you
told me that
understand that?
Randall Thor told me that Microsoft has hit him up before for making a video that was negative about Xbox.
Yes, I remember. I was involved with when the whole thing when he
Well,
made the
then you see,
crackdown
then
video.
how is that
And
friends? If
guess
you can't
what?
be, how is that
Guess
freedom
what? At
if they're
that
telling you
time,
you can't say nothing
and
about
I guess
Xbox like that?
at that time I actually had a fight with Phil about
Right.
some of the things that went on. But there was no paying. You
Well,
know,
shit, they're telling you not to say nothing bad about Xbox. You should be getting paid just because of that.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. Here's the thing that I sort of just think you're sort of missing here, right? And
what
this
am I
sort of pissed
missing
me
other
off
than the
because
niggas
I'm
them
sitting
niggas
at,
telling them
hang
not to
on a
say
minute,
nothing bad?
hang on a minute. You were talking
What am I
about me,
missing?
so let me speak. So like I was sitting at the table and then I see all this shit go down, right? And what you're talking about is that I'll sell my integrity for fuck all. And that ain't never gonna happen. I don't give a fuck if they did fly
No,
me
we
out
want
to
you to
private
sell
jet.
your integrity
I
for
ain't
fuck
selling my
off.
fucking integrity. And when there's been bad things about
Agreed.
Xbox,
It's $1
I've
trillion
said that
company
shit
that
about
they're you
Xbox. I
that
give a
you're
fuck
But
helping
I've
push,
what the
seen
bro.
business is
Riskin.
about.
I've seen Riskin be very critical. Like even to the point where I was like, I totally disagree with him when I was on
Hey,
RDX. So
yeah,
the point is that we speak our minds. I
doing,
can't.
but then
I can't.
Microsoft will get mad at you though.
If I was paid by Microsoft, I could not even talk about them.
If you're not, like I said in my video, if you're not getting paid, then you should be. It's not a bad thing to get paid for the work you put in.
Listen, you get paid for being a Tony guy.
I am not a Sony guy. Fuck
Yeah,
Sony.
you
Fuck
are.
you.
You
Hey, I
get
said
paid for
that
your
nigga in his face. He said
content.
that. I don't care
You're
about.
saying I
When?
can make my content one way and receive money, but you can't make your content and you cannot receive money. And then say
I
I
refuse
can
money.
make the same argument against you that Sony's
I
paying
refuse.
you,
I refuse money. I
but
refuse
they don't talk to you fucking guys.
like chargers and
That's
controllers. I
not our
refuse all
fault.
that shit.
That's not our fault that Sony guys don't talk to you guys. The
We
fact
don't
of the
want them.
matter is,
It's not your fault.
if
But
Jim
you
saw
gotta
you,
understand. We
if
don't want
Jim
to
saw
talk to them. We
you,
just want them to make games.
if Jim saw you, he'd look the other way, bro.
I hope so. I'll look the other way too. That
Come
nigga ain't got
on,
no smoke to
bro.
roll.
Yeah,
Nigga,
you
I
look
don't
the
care
other
no
way.
smoke. What he gonna
You
do
would
for
look
me?
the other
Other
way.
than
You
make
wouldn't
me
want to
feel
say, "Hey, Jim, the guy I've been fucking, I've been backing all these years." You would want to look the
Who
other
am I
way.
backing?
Bullshit.
I
See,
got
that's
whole
where you
videos
guys.
saying don't
That's
trust
where
Jim
you
Ryan.
guys go wrong. It's the fact of the matter is
No.
that
See,
those guys wouldn't give you
that's how they
time of day.
brainwash you guys, man.
They wouldn't give
They
you
have
time of day. You know it's true.
no. They talk to you guys and talking good about Xbox without getting paid, and that's insane.
Come
You
on,
should
man.
fucking get paid. Kids move. My nigga should be getting a free Xbox
Kid
every
Smooth makes
motherfucking
money.
year. That nigga should be paid all
He
day.
makes money on Broken's podcast
Yeah,
and
but
his other
they're working
podcast.
hard for their money. Like Microsoft should be paying
So now they're
Kid
working
Smooth.
hard.
My nigga.
Listen, I don't get anything.
I'm just saying.
And
You guys
if
should
I'm
be.
offered a code,
Right, y'all don't
and if
understand.
I'm offered a
Y'all
code
thought
or
that people was
something
getting on
like
y'all
that,
trying to say that, oh, y'all get paid, y'all not trustworthy. Y'all already not trustworthy. We're saying that hell, if you're gonna go all out for Xbox, fucking get paid. Don't let the marketing
no. But
guys,
how
lead
about
marketers,
like if you really
post your
go,
face
you
for
really go
free.
out?
Do
How about if you
you
really go out
understand
for
why people
Sony?
blur their faces
Like
out when they
Sony's
on a
gonna
show?
save your ass. But the
No,
bottom
no,
line
no.
is if you
Hey,
were
real
on
shit, real shit.
fire, if you were on
You ever seen
fire,
First 48
they
or
wouldn't they
Cops or
wouldn't they
something
wouldn't
like
diss
that,
on
and they
you,
blur the
bro.
faces out? You
That's
know why
the
they blur the
difference,
faces out?
King.
It's because they didn't pay them to have their faces
King,
on. You niggas
King,
are having them put your faces
King,
on for free.
King,
I'm more disappointed
King.
that you're not getting paid.
They don't interact with you guys. You guys can't be jealous.
I don't want to. They do
You
interact with
do
us.
want it.
Can I just say
No,
something
they
real quick?
do. No, they
Thrash,
do
the biggest
interact with
thing,
us,
the
bro.
biggest thing that surprised me is y'all actually arguing with this dude.
Go ahead. They do
Thrash,
interact with us, but
how
we can't.
hard is it for you to understand what a mutually beneficial relationship is? You, if you have a brand that you support and you enjoy playing video games every single day of your life,
Okay.
how could you not imagine that getting to talk to someone higher up at the company could be a gratifying and also great experience for you because
it's a great experience for you?
Yeah, of course
You
it
talk
would
to
be.
him?
If I got to talk to, for example,
You don't talk to him.
if I got to talk to the president of the United States, that would make me happy. And
It would be
I
be
wouldn't ask
beneficial
to be
for
paid
you?
for it. It's what? Sorry?
If Coca-Cola posted your face in a commercial, would you be okay with not getting paid for that? Even though everybody else in the
100%.
commercial did?
100%. I'd go to all
Well,
my
then
friends.
that's
I'd say,
you.
"Holy shit! Look at this. This is
Okay,
awesome."
Are you talking about a paid commercial?
But how is this remotely similar to the situation at hand? Please explain.
Well, I am explaining. You should have been here listening if you needed explanation.
Do I
Bro.
get to have a
I'm saying,
conversation with it?
I
I
am
don't
saying
care
I
about.
am. You cut
My
me off.
point is,
Let me
I
have a
don't give a fuck
conversation
about
then, bro. You
Coca-Cola.
said something. Let
I
me
don't
ask
give a
you.
fuck about Coca-Cola. Why would
I
I
know
want to
you
be on
don't.
the face
I
of
know
Coca?
you
If I
don't.
was
But
on,
so
okay.
you would rather work for free. It's what you're saying.
If it's something, if it's a brand I care about and I get to literally have lunch. Have you never heard I want to have a beer with that guy? Because that's the definition of what's going on here. You just get to sit down and talk to someone. It's a cool ass experience, and I'm jealous. If I could talk to Aaron Greenberg, I would. If I could talk to Jim Ryan, I would.
But you
Fuck
can't.
it.
You can't.
I can't. I
Why
can't.
not? Why not?
I can try to get him in a space, but that's not going to happen.
Well, you can go to fan fest and meet them randomly, like Tim and them did, right?
Yes, but I'm not going to get acknowledged because I haven't built up a
What do you mean
large following.
acknowledge? You need to be acknowledged. They're your idols, bro. Like none of these
They're not my
celebrities
idols.
going to acknowledge you.
But that's not to say that it wouldn't be
Okay,
extremely cool to meet them.
King, you're being
why don't you
disingenuous.
get acknowledged,
King,
but
you're
they do?
being
What's the difference between you and
disingenuous if
them?
you don't think that you would want to meet Jim. Come on.
Yeah, he's
No,
just
we're
projecting
not.
because he knows his channel is far too small to ever get acknowledged by Jim Ryan.
I've been. You know how many E3s
That's just projecting right there, my guy.
I've been. You know how many E3s and
You don't want
PSXs
to
I've been
be
to?
introduced. You wouldn't want to be, hey, Jim.
Of course he
No,
would.
I've been
Of
around
fucking
them.
course he would, dude.
I've been around them, bro. I live in LA.
Bullshit.
Their headquarters is right next door.
I felt his presence. I
Do you know
felt
how
his
many
presence and
E3s? Do you know
breathed
how many
his molecules. It's more than enough.
I've been to? Like you crazy, bro.
I want him to ignore me.
I was right next to
Come
right
on,
next
bro.
to
Dude, shit like this happens all the time. I don't know why you're acting like this is an exception.
No,
Well, it
I never
doesn't
said it
happen
was
to
an
Sony
exception.
guys.
I'm saying
That's
that
the difference.
I'm saying if they should be getting paid, and if they're not, then they are fucking up because this company
The
is using them
standard
to
for
do
this
all
type
their
of
products.
stuff is that the people do not get paid. That's
Now,
how
if
this
you
works.
feel like you want to
But
work for free, and
they're
that's
never paid
okay. You
directly
can
by
disagree.
Microsoft. That's
You
the
said what?
thing. When you say
By
like
any
they're
company.
getting paid,
You guys are
when
like
you
when
get to
Microsoft
when
gives
you
you a
say,
console, they
here's
are
the
paying
thing
you.
of
When
what people
Microsoft gives
say.
you a review
Here's
code,
the
If I'm
thing
not
they
about
only say
mistaken,
people
they're
I
that
think
you
paying
that's
for
do
that.
illegal
bad.
anyway.
They say you do bad faith arguments, and I'll give them this
Who said
credit.
by any company? That was
No,
funny.
no.
Say
How about
something. You say something like Microsoft's paying you, and then you leave out the fact that now you're saying, "Oh, well, it's his personal account that he posted on Twitter." No, there's no money exchanged. There's no
there
type
should
of
be?
an agreement. Okay,
There
that's a
should be. They're
then
only
that's a
paying
different
you in
argument.
notoriety, bro. They're
Then
paying
that's
you
a
in a
different
picture.
argument. But it's not that we're being paid, and people are actually believing that shit. And
But
people
believe in
actually
what you got. No, you
that
guys are.
people are believing that
How about this?
skins
How about this?
like
Colt
stupid
Eastwood.
shit
Colt
like that.
Eastwood got an Xbox,
What?
right? How much do an Xbox cost?
400 or 500.
Why did they give it to Colt Eastwood?
Because he's a content creator and he does the video.
So basically, they paid him to make good content. Does he make good
Yeah,
content?
just like they paid all the fucking other 10,000 content creators.
Okay, so they're
You
paying
mean
him
like
I've
for
never
what
heard
you
of.
know. Yes.
And some of them I've never heard of
Okay.
as
How about
well.
this?
You
How about
mean
this?
you mean
How
like
much?
Square Enix sends Dreamcast guy a Final Fantasy review code?
Yeah.
Like that? Like
Sure.
they paid him off? Okay, there you go.
To sell Final Fantasy. And you know
Okay,
what
there you go.
happened?
It's the same thing. So what's
No,
your problem
it
with it?
is. I
Please
never
I mean, like
elaborate. What's your
Skillet
problem?
and
problem.
ACG
That's
get
your
review
problem.
codes every
You're
time a
thinking
game
that I'm
comes
not
out.
saying you're thinking that I'm not trying to say that only Microsoft does this. No, nigga. Anybody who gets a review code,
But you don't
you're
Okay,
not
Sony does it
allowed to
too.
say
Sony does
anything
it too.
bad.
Where's
Also,
You're not allowed to say anything bad about that game, or you would never get a review code again. Am
that's
I
what
wrong or
Sony
right?
does.
That's what
Microsoft does
Sony
it too.
does. No one else does
Yeah,
it.
that is
Microsoft
what
does it
Sony.
too.
And besides, they're
Sony
entertaining
selects.
because I am
Sony
an
selects what
asshole,
reviewers
man.
get review codes.
Stever. Go look at
Microsoft does
Stever
it too.
reviews.
They did it to Angry Joe. Remember?
Stever. They did it
What?
to
They didn't blacklist
Stever.
Angry
They
Joe?
did it.
Yeah, they didn't
They
send a
did it
review
to
code to Stevie or
yeah.
whoever the
They
guys.
didn't. They did not.
That's
How
called
you
bias.
tell me they
Talking
didn't
about
That's
blacklist
called
survival
bias
Angry Joe?
shilling.
Stevio? Yeah. Yeah, Stevio. Cut
Honestly,
him
I
off.
think
They
Sony's the real culprit here. Yo, let's get
All
to
of them
Sony.
are. No, there ain't no real culprit. All of these companies do this. Don't get it confused.
So
But
Sony's
y'all are
just
doing it for free.
So Sony's evil as well, but you respect
All
it
these companies are.
because you don't talk to
Who's
Jim.
saying that Sony's a good guy? Y'all
I don't
always
The
know.
want to say
I
that
don't
backtracking's
Microsoft
disagree.
ridiculous,
protects
man.
Sony
I can
instead of
honestly
actually
tell
seeing
you.
what we're talking about.
Let me tell you something the truth. I can honestly tell you, and through the community, which Riskit just experienced, and one day you might experience as
Risky,
well.
how many subscriptions does Risky got? How many
Just let
subscribers
me
you got?
make my point.
All right.
So, how many community that they grew together? I've been within that community for now a decade.
Right.
People like Aaron, Albert Pinella, who's left,
Mm-hmm.
Phil, Larry Herb, Larry. You know, for the most part, are all good people, man. They're cool dudes. Like I
Sure.
had real conversations with them. I met up with them for dinner at different parts or different
Right.
situations. So as
Yes.
members of the community, when we come into LA, when I
The
come into
influencer
LA,
community, right?
when I come into LA, Aaron's probably gonna be like, "Well, let's meet up for breakfast," and I'm like, "Okay."
But why?
And
But he only says this to influencers, though, right?
when he comes to New York, why do we watch a Johnny King together?
Because
What?
you're an influencer.
Because I'm an influencer. I'm a guy on Twitter. No, I'm actually somebody who we
Well,
became
you
friends
even
with.
have a don't you have
I've
a
actually
connection?
became friends with. See, people can't conceptual. I've become friends with Aaron. Yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty
Like
sure
I
you
have
can. I
his
mean,
number and I
I'm
text him.
friends with my boss too.
Okay, That's different. I'm not getting paid though. Confer
You
that
should
stuff.
be though. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie. I like how
Because
you slid that in there.
like a human, and you wouldn't.
Because you
Your
push
guy wouldn't
Xbox
treat you
harder than
like a
most of these
human
guys do.
though.
Wait,
You
you
push
went out of your
Xbox.
way to
You
be
spend
friends
a
with
lot
your
of
boss?
time
Are you
pushing
getting
Xbox.
a raise for it? Did your boss give you a raise the second that you
I
guys
wish I was
became great
getting
friends?
paid.
Did you want me to answer that question? How many subscribers I got from going to FanFest? I'll give you an honest answer. I didn't get a single fucking one, man. They
Yeah,
follow me on Twitter.
I
got a lot of followers on
I'm asking,
Twitter.
how big is your channel?
Oh, my channel's only 1,000 something. Don't know.
Okay, now let me ask you a straight up question. Did he tag you in that picture?
Broken. Yeah, I'm not doing it now. It's broken. Another time.
Did he tag you in that picture he posted on Twitter?
Yeah, he tagged me.
He tagged you?
Yeah, he knew who I was.
So he tagged you.
He knows who I am.
That's a smoking gun right there, man.
No, did he tag
That's a
you?
smoking gun.
He's got me.
He tagged. Did he tag you in that picture?
No.
Aaron responded to a message I sent him when I had
No.
about 50.
There's a
Let me
picture
finish.
with all
Let me
of these
finish.
people.
Let me finish.
Did he
Let me
tag you
finish.
in?
Aaron responded to a message I sent him when I had about 50 followers on Twitter. Like, he doesn't give a fuck how big I am. He was just being a nice guy.
Yeah, I talked to Sean Layden too, but I'm not.
Ooh,
I don't
now
consider
you
myself homies with him.
Wait, did you just say you talked to Sean Layden? How big was the check? How big was that check?
What do you mean? I never said I'm homies with him. I don't take pictures with him.
No. You just said you talked to him. You
If
just said you talked to
I
him.
would take a picture, if I'm
I would do the request just so everyone know. This is getting late. This is fucking 3 hours now. So, just so you know, I will let you talk, but just like we're gonna go 10 more minutes and it's over.
Love you, Tim Dog.
Pay me. So wait, we're back now, I think. So what were we talking about other than fucking this nefarious, crazy idea? Riskin, what I heard from Riskin is that you actually in the community, a lot of people liked you.
It's nice to hear, man. I'm not as bad as I sound.
You might not have gotten the subscribers, but you've gotten a lot of people were like thinking you were super cool.
Yeah, I had a fucking honestly, Greg Tyne. Like if Thrash could put his shit aside for a bit, I would love him to come out and see what it is. It's just
I would love that too.
Yeah,
Maybe
together.
that happens.
Say what?
The
What
guys
is that?
like if you could see how it all goes if it goes down at E3 and Xbox Fan Fest.
Well, I know that.
Man.
Like I would if I brought you and you didn't fucking start a fight. I don't think you would start a fight.
Well, why would y'all think I would start?
I don't think you would start a fight because
I'm not. Where did
you
this
know
come
what
from?
I'm saying. But anyway, if you saw it and you saw the community and how they react and how everything is dynamic and how it's just really,
No, I would have questions they probably wouldn't like. I know that.
they would
Because
answer.
I'm passionate about gaming, and I want Xbox
Phil
to be
get
good.
great grilled bad in front of me, like because I was talking to Phil once and he was taking, and I was standing next to him. And this is one of the meet Phil greets, so I was just talking to him. I was sitting there with Megatron, so I saw the people come, and I see people like would really come out with him. Like one guy was like, he's like, man, he's like, Phil, man, I'm a fan. He's like, what the fuck's up? He's cursed. He's like, what's up with Fable, man? What's going on? You just give me like something, man. And like Phil answered it in the way Phil would answer it, but and obviously that was like he was like, just be patient. But it is really honestly, it's something cool to see with the Xbox Fan Fest and the community. It really is something cool, and its heyday. I heard it was good this year too. It's a lot of fun. So
this year was awesome, man. And look, I point blanked Jason Ronald, man, on some hardware questions. Like he wouldn't answer me, but like I think if people talked about him, Tim, they would tell you that I ain't backwards and coming forwards. And I point blank the fuck out of Jason Ronald, man. He wouldn't answer me, but he took it like a champion. He's like,
he NPC'd you. That's cool. Cool shit.
Well, he can't. He don't want to get fired. I'm sure he don't want to give his way.
Look, at the end of the day, man, this is why I be saying, man, at the end of the day, the problem isn't with Microsoft communicating with gamers or going on stage. The problem is them releasing games.
Well,
The
that's a
Xbox
totally different argument than pay.
is not. Yeah, but that's the most important argument. That's
Yeah,
why I think
we
it's
all know
lost
they
in the
gotta,
Xbox
we
community.
gotta,
Is that
we gotta get games, but I think that.
I mean, it's no more gotta get. It's we
Well, they
supposed to
had
have
Hi-Fi
already
Rush.
have.
Did you play Hi-Fi Rush? I
I
know.
did.
Did you like
I
it?
did. No, it was okay.
It was
It was
good.
okay.
But
It wasn't.
if you
It
don't
didn't.
like
It didn't
it,
hold me. It wasn't a bad game. It ran well. It had a good premise. Everything. The story was nice. Old girl. She looked kind of cute and all that. It was nice. But for some reason, like there's games that hold me and games that don't hold me.
I understand.
Yeah, it just didn't hold me. You know what I'm saying?
As time goes on, you want to see,
Yeah, I want to see what we need.
I want to see just gaming in general, like just
as gamers, we deserve that much right now from Microsoft. We deserve more than what they are giving us. No matter how much they give us now, we deserve. We don't deserve to sit here for 3 years and talk about 3 games.
Well,
two of which were failures. We don't. We shouldn't. In 3 years, that's simply insane. I remember when the Nintendo 64 came out, it had 2 games that launched, and people lost their shit. This shit
we gotta
launched
see
with
what happens
nothing.
with Starfield.
Yeah, I mean, it lost. Yeah, but they're still waiting on Starfield, bro. We've been waiting for Starfield before this generation started. And it has to. And the fact that I mean, I can't wait to do an analysis for it. I can't wait, but it's just that at the end of the day, man, like Xbox fans, since y'all are close to them, right, and not getting paid, should be telling their asses, look, bro, I'm gonna leave. You need to threaten them, like I'm gonna leave Xbox.
When Xbox had 4 studios, and I always remember, Xbox had 4 studios. I had an argument after E3 that Phil always refers back to, like we're joking around, where I had a fight with Yubara that day. I'm like, yo, like you guys, it was during that time when you said that Rand got negative feedback from Crackdown, because what he said with Rand really kind of did.
Yeah, he disrespected Rand for Rand saying shit.
No, what happened with Rand? When Rand spoke, was Rand really was real tough on it, and people like Rand's work, but it was a wake up call for anyone. But it just goes to show you that, like I remember arguing with him. I wasn't saying. I said you have to give me a living room experience. That's what I really care about. And now,
right, but did he fulfill it?
I think he has now. I'm very happy. Like they're coming with a ton of games. Game Pass has been really great. I mean,
has it? Come on, let's be honest. Let's not pretend.
It has.
The last good year they had is the same year they had Haven.
They get all the sports games. I get every sports game 6 months.
But you get a year old. You get a year old. You get the old
day
roster.
one. So that's $70 right away.
Well, forget the price. At the end of the day,
$70 is huge. That's show day one. That's a game I'm always getting.
Every system has games that are coming out on.
Yeah,
on
but we're talking about Game Pass. Game Pass has had a
right.
lot of. Game Pass has had Hi-Fi Rush. It's had High on Life, which was good.
That's last year.
Scorn. There's a lot of games.
Scorn was bad. You didn't even beat Scorn.
I finished it. You're wrong.
Did you?
Go look at it. I know you look it up.
I'm proud of you, nigga, because there's not too many people.
I like that game. That game was freaking wacky and graphically.
Oh god!
When you talk about VR, that game is the best game for VR.
That's the shit that upsets me though. Is all the I could play this old game. I could play this. Like, move forward. I want to move forward. When I think about gaming, I'm thinking about moving
you
forward.
You were just talking about playing old games, motherfucker, that you haven't finished.
Hey, bro.
I'm talking about.
We don't gotta cuss each other out. Like, nigga, just say what you gotta say, nigga. Like, why y'all always gotta argue? It's okay if you disagree. It's okay, man. Nigga, relax.
We play. When I was playing Madden, right? You would play Madden and then be like, oh shit, this year we got a hit stick. Then the next year, oh shit, hit stick, and now we got a vision code. Like, there was always something. That's why I don't fuck with Madden now, because they lost that shit years ago. Like, there was always something new that was pushing it forward. And when you get a new system, it was like, oh, no more side scrolling. Now I can go around in circles. There's always a new innovation, always something new. It's like with the next generation, there's something new that you can't do before.
You should be all into cloud gaming.
Nah, hell no.
Not competitively. He wants a new experience. Listen, I understand exactly what you're talking about, but the only way we're gonna get like new robust experiences, in my opinion, or it could be something that they have to look into. What like Stadia was talking about, what Crackdown 3 failed to do with destruction, like stuff in the cloud. I agree that games itself, fetch quests, they're all designed the same. They're kind of all a different. I hear what you're saying. You want something different, and you want something new, and I agree with you 100% there. But I just think it could come from cloud or some type of developer innovation. Because
Yeah, but you're talking about it can come from like natively and then backed by cloud, which Call of Duty actually streams in its
like
textures.
Titanfall, like what they were trying to do with Titanfall.
That's already happened.
But like
see,
on a different level.
I think what really needs to happen with the Xbox is that the focus needs to turn away from Game Pass and on to Xbox and what it can do and what experiences it can deliver us. Because whatever Xbox gives us goes to Game Pass.
What I want? I want
So
the
the
fucking
focus shouldn't be Game Pass. It should be the concept.
You ever watch these games on the mobile? Because I'm gonna be shutting this down. You ever watch these games on mobile? This is not about Xbox, but like they look really cool. Like you run these guys and they times two and they grow up and then they shoot the guys and like whatever the game concepts. Like they're never the game that you buy on mobile. They're like they look really cool. What you watch,
the trailer or
but
something.
they can't duplicate it though.
Right.
Like
I mean,
some
we
of
see the
those
same thing
things.
with PC. Yeah.
I kind of think of stuff like that. Like when they can fully do something.
That's on Twitch.
Like those type of ideas, like the you know what I'm talking about. Like some of these mini games they show, and then like you look at it and you're like, oh, I can download it, and they're like, that's not the game. It's complete bullshit. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I mean,
as
we get a
far
lot
as
of that.
growth of gaming, let's get Xbox out of the equation. I
Mm-hmm.
like that conversation. I would love to see different things in games and different concepts because, how many times do we break a barrel and it's fucking something comes out like those mechanics that we just reuse and stuff like that. I do feel are
that's
a little bit old in the foot.
well,
Physics, man.
it's because Xbox don't have VR. Y'all don't have
hang on a
y'all
minute.
don't
And
have a
let's not argue about.
chance to
Where do you
experience gaming in
go?
a new
Where
way.
do you go from here? This is a question that, like, I mean, real talk. I was giving you a bit of shit before. Sorry, mate. But like, where do you go from here? The next place to go is physics. So what you're saying with barrels and shit like that, and object permanence. There's not really too far forward we can go with
Object
graphically.
permanence has been there forever though.
It's not because you're right. Like with the technologies that we're in and stuff like that, there's not much playroom to go forward. I understand that. But with every franchise, I believe there's still more things you can do. For instance, just the Xbox alone, like people shit on the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback. That shit makes a difference. Like I literally stopped playing Call of Duty and only played I stopped playing Warzone and actually started playing like Call of Duty multiplayer that I hate playing. But I only started playing that because they had the adaptive triggers and Warzone didn't. So I stopped playing Warzone because it felt so much like a toy playing without it. Like it makes a difference. So any little thing can make a difference. PlayStation has a patent out for like some heat wave or to get cold or hot. Like, okay, you can laugh at that too, but it might make a little difference. At least they're trying to innovate and do something, right? When you talk about
when you have to blow on it to cool it down. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't help it. My bad.
No, go ahead.
But that's innovation. Like you guys.
But it's something.
But it's like they are trying. You know how hard it is.
Listen,
they are trying.
I'm not making this an Xbox PlayStation thing.
I'm not either.
I just think in general,
we're talking more about the innovation.
Just the industry in itself
Mm-hmm.
needs to get its. And I agree with what he said. Some of those things, you have to try to think out of the box lately, because I do feel that a lot of the games are just like the same DNA. Like Spider-Man, it's going to be a great game, but it'll probably be a lot of fetch quests. Same thing.
It has to be different. Like everybody was like, "Oh, Spider-Man 2," and I love Spider-Man. I've never played a game multiple times that I've played Spider-Man. I've never done that if it wasn't a multiplayer. Spider-Man 2, I'm excited about it, but it better have some new shit. Like it better feel different than Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Or Miles Morales. Like it has to. It has to feel like, oh, I can't. I do too. I think it'll be great. But like every franchise has something that they could do better. The Last of Us 1 was great, but it was like I felt like I was on a trail. Last of Us 2, they opened that shit up. Now I can start this mission from this side, or start it from this side, or start it from the front or the back, or like just something. Every franchise has something that they can move a little bit forward. And even if they fuck up, like even if the haptics feedback was like not working right, or a game tried something that didn't work right, at least they tried, because somebody else might see that and then get an idea and then do it better. And now we're on the right path. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in order for all of this to happen, though, everyone is going to have to start paying for their games. PC guys, Xbox dudes, PlayStation dudes, all these deals, all this. I know that sounds backwards. I know it sounds business-like, but at the end of the day, these things cost money. They're not free.
That's the only thing that makes things
work.
The economics of the industry is fucked, in my opinion.
Yeah, they need people like crying about $70. I was happily paying $70 because I knew why it was $70. Games cost way more, and on top of that, life costs way more. And these developers need to live life, or they just won't do game development no more. We won't have games at all.
It used to be that they could do microtransactions, but gamers don't want that. So
yeah, they don't want that, but they'll pay for your game.
That.
So raise the price
the
to $70.
economics of building and making games too. Like we always say, why aren't these games right here? These games now they're 6 years. If they say with pre-production and just and everything could take up to 7 years. Like it used to be 3-year, 4-year turnaround. That's gone away. So
let me say one more thing, real quick. I'm sorry, and because I think the biggest thing that we don't talk about enough, like the guy earlier was talking about, oh, I play more fucking games than all you guys, blah blah blah. I'm a real gamer, da 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 da. Unfortunately, that's the guy that doesn't move the needle for these companies. The guy that's, oh, I have all these, that it's the casuals in any business. It's the casuals that moves the needle for whatever business it is, whether it's movies, whether it's Netflix. It's the casual people because they're the majority. And the majority is what can tells a business to continue with it or to stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you're right.
When you talk about these like real gamers, when you talk about these real gamers and these like diehard gamers, your wallet means it's the most important, because if you're not doing nothing with your wallet, the casuals are basically telling everybody else what's going to happen and what's going to come out.
Well, that's true, but like that casual thing is like you still need hardcore, because the hardcore pushes the casuals. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason why PlayStation is popular, or God of War or Halo. Like those were hardcore games. You know what I'm saying? Like Gears, those are hardcore games, and casuals pick those up. But since the services came about, what's pushing the casuals most are YouTubers. People who, Fortnite wouldn't be where it is without YouTubers. Minecraft wouldn't be where it is without YouTubers. And those YouTubers wouldn't be nowhere without those games. PUBG would have never been anywhere without YouTube. Like, just because people like to watch games more than what it is now. That's what Sony and Microsoft said, that people like to watch games more than ever. And it's true. But in order to push the casuals, they need content creators like Ninja. Microsoft paid Ninja how much to go on Mixer and then shut Mixer down? Just because those casuals will go to that one game and play that one game. And they're still playing that game today. That's the kind of gamer that we're dealing with at Microsoft, well, not Microsoft, but
you know how to bring up dirt every few seconds. I had to give it to you, man. You know how to slide that in there.
No, I didn't throw no. I wasn't throwing dirt, bro. Like honestly, I really wasn't.
No, I'm not saying you are.
I'm not attacking Microsoft. I promise you.
I know. I'm not. Listen,
Sony's doing games service right now.
4 hours into this, and I'm thinking about breakfast right now.
Oh yeah, go do your thing. Yeah, we've been on long enough.
It's been everyone in the chat who's coming along. It was fun, man.
We need to do this again, man. Like have real conversations about Xbox and PlayStation instead of just arguing like nigga Bushido walked his dog ass up in here saying
Well, let's talk. I'm glad that people said they were driving on the trucks and stuff like that. Listen, so
Yeah, I'm a truck driver too. I know what they're talking about. That's why I
yeah,
let sleep. I
it's
work
a
at
good
night and shit.
job.
So.
It's a good job.
Yeah, I know you tried to get it and shit. Your ass never
Yeah,
tried to get it, but
I
I know.
know.
I remember. But no, we do need to have more conversations as far as Xbox fans and PlayStation fans to actually have a conversation and stop fighting and arguing about dumb shit. Well, we can fight and argue,
We
but
can
just fight and
laugh
argue in the
too.
right way.
I laugh a lot about it. A lot of this stuff is not really serious with me. In the end of the day, you know what's real serious? Getting up for work and taking care of your family. That's
taking care of your family.
like the
And
real stuff that we're off these things. We're
Hey,
just
Natasha
all
is part of my
passionate.
family, bro.
We're
It
all
is part of my family.
yeah, but we're all just passionate dudes, man. And
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be, man. We're supposed to be
it's-
passionate. And I'm gonna make y'all face the truth whether y'all like it or not. Y'all better hurry up and talk to Phil Spencer and tell him to stop trying to destroy this Xbox. Because that's the next step right there, man. Looking at everything that
I'm
they
not
said and
worried.
how they doing.
That's strike
I
two.
don't
There you
know.
go
I think you're
again.
gonna be
No,
working
I'm
overtime.
not attacking, bro.
You're gonna
I
be
want
working
Xbox. I'm saying I
overtime.
want Xbox to survive.
You're gonna be working overtime trying to think about.
It's gonna be a dark day when Phil Spencer say we're
Garfield's
no
gonna
longer
be
making consoles like that, bro.
Garfield's
It's
gonna
gonna be
be
a dark day.
48 hours of fucking videos.
It's gonna be a dark day, dog.
You're just
So,
gonna live stream 48 hours of the stuff.
I'm just glad to know a lot of Xbox fans. I have a lot of Xbox fans watching my shit. Thank you for all the
You
thumbs
definitely
down.
got a lot of fans. I definitely noticed that.
Yeah, a lot of Xbox dudes really love to hate me, bro, for no reason. Love to hate me. I don't know why though.
No, nobody hates you, man. Nobody hates you.
Nah, you had some
No
venom
one hates you,
in
but
your
there's
voice.
definitely a reason, bro. No one hates you, but there's a reason.
No, there ain't no reason. There ain't no reason other than me just being me. You just not liking how I'm saying.
It's the fucking birds are chirping where you're at, man.
Oh, they are. The sun is up now.
Are you
So, yeah.
staying up the whole day, or are you going to sleep?
Yeah, I've been up, but I work at night, so I probably woke up around 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Ah, so you're a perfect spot.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm
I'm
off the next 4 days.
about to make me some cereal. Go watch Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 finally came out.
Hey,
About to
Mr.
go
Man
watch
has good
that.
taste in
All right,
anime.
guys.
Oh yeah.
Good
But all right,
talking to
y'all.
everyone.
All right, bet, man.
See you, boy.
PlayStations matter.
You say PlayStations matter. I don't know what's wrong with that dude. At the end of the day, he highlight everything that Xbox does and just turn a blind eye to what PlayStation does. But that's what they always do. That's typically all of them. Same mess, same spiel. Xbox bad, PlayStation good, all that type of mess. It be baffling me because it be clear as day what they doing or how they cooperating with each other. They'll just move the goalposts with it. The man just literally said Sony is being sued for doing malpractice, doing buying to keep games off of Xbox and lack thereof with content. And yes, that is a competitive thing, but they was doing it in a malicious way. It's different ways of doing things. They was doing it in a malicious way. Just like we sat there and said that we believe that PlayStation is um uh paying off the social media, the journalists. And if you say anything wrong about their product, you don't get they start taking their exclusives away and you get early access to their games. Said the same thing, but oh, PlayStation don't do that. So it's weird. This is day 5, I think. Day 5 of me streaming consecutively on Kick. Shout out to everybody that's on Kick. If you haven't, check me out. Go follow me. I definitely do follow for follow. You know what I'm saying? I rock with those that rock with me. Trying to get, affiliated over there. Shout out to everybody that's on, YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's on my Twitch channel as well. Same name. Make sure y'all follow. I support those that support me always. That's all I'm about. Growth and networking, man. But I'm finna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Go ahead and get my daughter right and get them some breakfast and stuff. So right now, I don't know how far I'm into this game. I'm playing, what is this called? Fist. I'm playing Fist right now. Was a PlayStation exclusive, came to Xbox via Game Pass, I believe. So you can check it out also if you want to. Pretty good game. I definitely can't even front. It's a nice game, like side scroller, 2D side scroller. I like it as of right now. So, we right back at. We just backtrack to the. I ain't got a key. Dang. We just backtrack back to the goddamn castle. That's what we did. Alright. But yeah. Probably catch me later on. We're gonna probably get into some 2K news and info and kick it. Run a couple rec games most likely. I've been trying to get my feet wet back into the park, so because I this year I've literally only ran probably about 20 games of park. Like I was not in the park this year. I was all rec grind, and I played a little bit of my career. I haven't even finished the season of my career, and I usually at least win a championship with one of my players. I haven't even did that this year. So yeah, this is my new build right here. You know what I'm saying? Boy, nice. He might carry over to my 2K24 because I'm hoping they surprise me. Now I want to talk about it in another video, but I'm hoping they surprise me with this, man, because I'm thinking, it was gonna be the same game, but in that trailer, if you haven't checked out my previous video, go look at it. Inside of it, at the end of that video, the commercial, it says next gen. So I'm like, okay, bet it's gonna be. I'm hoping that that's gonna be the selling point between both generation consoles, and it seemed like that's the case. Where current gen, old generation, Xbox One and PS4 will get a game. They will have a 2K24 there, but it will not be crossplay. But the next gen sale of 2K, which is Xbox Series X and the PS5, will be next gen only crossplay games, which mean they finna go do a overhaul. I hope that is the case. I'm not 100% sure. They definitely, from what I looked at in that video, we are definitely getting the city back. Sharpened carts, golf carts are coming back. They even played a joke on it, like, yeah, you can't run no more, bro. They've been tapping into. Long story short, I'm telling you, they've been tapping into social media for this year, and I have a reason why they have been tapping in heavily with social media, YouTube, and just Twitter and stuff like that, social media sites. It's a reason for it. I'm gonna break it down in my next video. This your boy Double O. One love, God bless. Peace.
You smell like money.